We don't have matching shirts, do we? Oh, you get actual, like I actually am in some kind of shape. Mine is not.
They both have something to do with running, so.
Oh, it is true. Got my one up. Triple B is in the house. Triple B is like always here and makes me so happy. Thank you so much. Yeah. This is going to be an interesting week. There's actually more books than there has been in a while. And I'm super excited because this marks the end of the first round of the cool absolute graphic novel releases, which, man, we needed those because we were struggling hardcore to meet the demand of everybody that had been told by their friend, those books are great, you need to go get them. We had literally gotten to the point where even like the, what is that, 10th reprint or whatever, the Mark Spears one, we're down to like one copy of the Batman. It's kind of crazy because we had like that many. That makes me really happy.
I'd say what I told you yesterday about the paperback. It's gone to a point that even at the distributor level, that the trade paperbacks, the soft covers for Absolute Batman is completely sold out. And I've never seen that happen since I worked at a comic book store. So it's
we're
insane.
At week 3, right? Only 3 weeks out.
Yeah, only 3 weeks. Like, it's insane for the demand for this book or for any of the Absolutes. So if you see a copy, please buy it. Don't wait.
I had this like weird feeling, like we got our first batch in and I was like, I don't feel a disturbance of the force. So we ordered another 40 of them, and which I'm glad we did because now we're sitting okay for a little while. But man, if I couldn't talk you guys into reading these series, maybe when I talk about Absolute Batman 11 this week, maybe you'll be like, oh, well, maybe I should. But anyway, thank you guys for showing up. We love you. Please do make sure your friends know we're doing this show. Should be helpful to let them know what they're going to actually buy this week. But barring this, if you want like an even farther out heads up, make sure you're tuning in on Fridays because in stores this week really does give you the full rundown for what's on FOC, which is final order cutoff, which is your local comic shop's last look at their numbers before they get locked in. They might be able to add to their orders post that time, but oftentimes on our end, what we see is nope. Sucks to be you. So definitely watch that show. And they usually have like really, really, really famous people on their show. Way more famous people than I've ever had on mine. So definitely tune in and hang out with Matthias and whatever super famous person he's got on this next week. He always floors me. Hey, do we know who he's going to have as a guest on Friday? Because that'd be cool to pitch to everybody. Feel like he's just going to get like Jim Lee or Stan Lee.
No, he got Stan Lee. That was terrifying. Impressive, but very terrifying to see.
I'm glad Mr. Nope's here. Bar Lord, thank you and welcome back. Thank you for being a big supporters of the station. I see you guys are still supporting us strong. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's get to what's going on this week in books. There's a lot. Perfect Stealer, just fill out the form as part of the network or send me a direct message through Facebook. I'm Jen King. All right, Never Wars. This stuff's rolling out quickly, which I'm very happy about. You want to know the reason why it's rolling out quickly? It's because it's been written and finished for quite a while. They are way ahead, so you don't have to worry about, I don't know if I should start Never Wars because they might not have their stuff come out on the regular and I might forget what it's about. Don't worry. It's coming out like every too cool. I don't know what that is. It's not on my end. All right. So Never Wars. Remember, it's like Oz, Neverland, Wonderland. All 3 storylines. Now that they've made it past the first issue, which they had all of those storylines start out in separate issues. So 1A, B, and C. now is in one big book. So, but they do address all three of those places when they're chatting it. For the last issue, might be a little bit spoilery. Cowardly Lion. All right. Behave. It's not us. Maybe Jay.
No, you're freezing on YouTube.
That's very strange. We're plugged in directly to a hardwired line.
Storms.
And nothing here is doing weird stuff. But anyway, sorry. Apologize. The Cowardly Lion was accused of killing the Tin Man. So in the end of the very last issue, and this one just never lets up with all the cool stuff it throws out there, including a very huge what on the very last page when you find out that Dorothy becomes blank, which is really cool. And there's other issues that dropped in this. If you like really cool art, that like the art that's on the front cover, you will love this book. And if you like any of those things, like if you like Cheshire Cat, you're gonna get to see him today or tomorrow. The other cool thing is that weirdly, our main character in that part of the universe can see the Mad Hatter and also Cheshire Cat, but no one else can, which is kind of cool. Episode 3 tonight? What's that mean? Okay. So anyway, this is awesome from our new company, AMP, and their Thunder line. Oh, more Alieners. I know.
Oh my gosh.
I know you guys are falling in love with aliens.
Thank you for the reminder. Know what I'm doing after the gym, hopefully.
I'm done with that one.
Okay, Godzilla destroys the Marvel Universe. So at the end of the first issue, there's definitely some like, all right, seeing Godzilla essentially go through this first group. How is the second group? How can they even deal? Because these are, I guess, a spoiler alert. He's going up against street level characters who I adore, but this is a giant radiated lizard. So there's no way this is a fair fight. And like something I do appreciate about the book is that it's like, yeah, this is not great. Not a super fun day. Or not a super fun time is had by the Marvel characters. But yeah, it is genuinely genuinely impressive just seeing how overwhelmed these characters are against Godzilla. And it's kind of funny because like there's like two books where like the poor Marvel characters are just going through it with Godzilla in one and Predator in the other. So it's just like not a fun time. That's right. I'm not having like a good time right now. But besides that, it's a very fun issue. It's very fun to see certain team ups happen in this book, because now the singular threat is Godzilla versus everyone else. I mean, that's literally everyone else. So the way that this ends, it's interesting because it's like, okay, we're having like a breather, but they may have somehow made the situation even worse.
Oh no.
So yeah, because so yeah, if you like Godzilla, if you like Marvel, it's no question you should be picking this one up. And again, because I feel like I've said this 2 times in a row, like per week, like every week, that power scalers are just tearing their hair out at this book in Predator, because it's just, I don't know. Again, there is a character in this book where I'm like, okay, surely like they could take down Godzilla by themselves, but apparently not. So I hope they do kind of explain that in the next issue or in another issue, like in this series, as like how Godzilla is just like warding these like attacks off. But I don't know, it's fun.
I mean, I know that there are irradiated characters in Marvel, but maybe there's something about his level.
Which I could get that too, but it's just like other things in regards to like magic and stuff like that, where it's just like, okay, there's gotta be like even in like well, I'm not gonna bring that up, but it's just like there's gotta be something in like in the Marvel universe that's like Godzilla's like, whoa, this isn't my bag. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
Okay, no lie, y'all. I was not prepared for the emotional wreck that this made me this week. So there's 3 stories in it. And, you know, I usually think about these books as being great. Anthology, there's 3 different storylines in it, and they're not going to make any difference, really. But this one really feels like we're learning something new and different about Eddie, about Cletus, about the interactions, about their past. There's like some real, I'm going to have to go see the therapist about how deep they go in these things. This is really great stuff, y'all. I mean, sure, it's got the trick that it is in black, white, and red, but that's not why you want to read this specific issue. They're really writing very strongly. I don't know if this is the book you get put on if you're like, okay, well, we're not real sure if you're ready for a big title. So we'll try you on a side thing, and then maybe we'll give you big books, even though the people that are working on this have already proven themselves anyway. But oh man, put it on your list. I make my promises that you guys will really like it, unless you don't like feelings. But consider it very strongly.
Marvel all-on-one thing versus the Marvel Universe. Generally, this is such a fun one-shot. Just seeing the Thing just go to town, just clobbering people, beating people up, throwing them around. And don't want to spoil as to why he's doing this, for obviously. So I want people to actually read it and check it out. Actually, real fast, Jen, how long is the Venom book going to be?
That's what I'm looking up.
Okay, awesome. So I was sure we got a message or not. Marvel All-in-One. This, as far as I know, this is a one-shot written by Ryan North. And if you're liking like the work that he's doing on Fantastic Four, this won't be any different. And exactly, it is clobbering time. It's clobbering time for everybody, apparently, the Marvel Universe. Borbin, he's coming back from a solo mission, from space. He just wants to go to the Baxter Building, relax after a very long day, and it's immediately on site where people just want to start fighting him, and he's trying to figure out what's going on. And yeah, it's a fun one-off issue. I guess my only thing about it, it's like, it's a fun story, but this would have been nice, I guess, if there was like a Fantastic Four annual and this was like the backstory, maybe. I don't know if this necessarily justifies its own single issue, but still fantastic. Oh.
Okay, so there's at least 3. Sorry, to answer your question about Black, White, and Blood. And David S. Malchian has a story in issue number 3.
Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot Man.
But yeah, like, and it's not necessarily like a bad thing, but I guess let's see how much it is really fast. Because if you're like a Thing fan, obviously, like, you need to collect every single thing, then definitely go for it. But I'm not quite sure if this was worth the $7.99 price point. So mileage may vary, guys. Hopefully it'll be collected in a collected edition later, which who knows at this point. But yeah, it's fun. But is it $8 fun? I do not know. Our mileage may vary for y'all. Thanks.
Okay, so I'm gonna out myself as being someone that watched like the first 2 or 3 episodes of the show. So I know enough to have enjoyed reading this one, but I don't know why we never finished it. We got distracted by some season of Umbrella Academy or something. That's my problem, is that they have stuff coming out so fast now. You're just like, man, I got distracted by this new show that everyone says you have to watch it. Anyway, this is a story that is part of a little mini series that they're doing called The Book of Changes. Spoiler alert, he's an alien masquerading as a doctor. Although to us now, we see him in his alien form all the time. So yeah, it's the Alan Tudyk show. And he is so awesome. His like demeanor in that show is so awkward. It like reads as like on spectrum, but like ramped up for weirdness. Like not normal spectrum attitude, just like real. I don't know. He holds his face in a weird way. It talks strangely, but doesn't, look at people's eyes. So he gets away with being human-esque, I guess. No one calls him out on it, his behavior. Maybe if you're a doctor, you also have strange behavior. I don't know. I don't know enough doctors to know. But anyway, this one, it's clear that he actually has, I don't know if it's this way in the show, but he's got a child with a human, and he has a bunch of alien friends come to visit him, which there's some people that are in the know that he's an alien. So he introduces everybody, right? Which is kind of neat. All those interactions are pretty funny, but I guess there is a character who was previously, looks like maybe he was like a man in black or some kind of government agent who actually had gone back to wherever his home planet is with the aliens, and he has himself his own relationship. So the cool thing is that there is a kind of a cool protection that is now allotted to Earth, because there is now a child that is verified as being both alien and human. So that means something for our planet, which is really cool. This is fun awkwardness. This is the same kind of love that I have for the Skrulls. Like, they're could be dangerous in office as humans, but they just like us, so we're all fine as long as they like us. These guys seem super fun. It is a bright spot in an otherwise, like, if you have like you're having an emotional day or whatever, this is going to be just kind of like feel good reading. No drama.
Also,
maybe this might be drama.
Event Horizon Dark Descent. So Event Horizon, it's one of those like sci-fi horror movies that it's just so good. Like, it rips so hard, and like it has one of my favorite characters' favorite lines where they just see something truly horrific and they're like, yeah, no, we're out of here, let's just go. And because you don't really see that in horror, so Event Horizon has a special place in my heart just for that. So when
Barlord says over on YouTube, best Sam Neill scream ever recorded.
It's like, yeah. So when this was announced, I was very excited because I think everyone should watch Event Horizon at least once if you like sci-fi, if you like horror, if you like both. And this in the comic, it does not disappoint. I was very pleased with it. I was very happy. You get to see what happened on the ship that before everything goes crazy, and you just feel, because you know the outcome isn't going to be great. Like, it's going to be terrible, like, for everyone involved. But as you're reading it, you do like feel like the sense of dread. You like the characters that you're introduced to, like all of them except for one person, they're hiding something from their past, or something that they did back on Earth, and it's going to come back to bite them as the series goes on. Genuinely, like, this is for fans of the movie. So if you haven't watched it, I think you'll be okay. Have you ever watched Event Horizon?
So I know what the spoiler is. And I used to do my own version of what I call Starship Smackdown, which is a game show they play at Comic-Con. I used to run it at the local conventions here, and I had to actually realize I had to ban Event Horizon from the, this versus that's, because if people knew what it was and what it could do, then it would beat everything. It's the same reason you can't play the TARDIS anymore, because the TARDIS breaks everything. So it's a world breaker.
Yeah, yeah, so definitely, like, if you've watched a movie, give this comic a shot. I know movie tie-in comics, they can be so hit or miss, but this one was genuinely enjoyable. And if you know nothing about Event Horizon, watch the movie and then read this.
Don't spoil it for yourself if you can.
Yeah, honestly, it's
a moment where you're like, what the what?
It is. I was pleasantly surprised by this. Like, I didn't have like low expectations, but I didn't have super high ones either. But had a blast. I'm looking forward to the next issue. I'm going to be very annoying about this tomorrow. The store opens and just push this book on so many people. That's how much I liked it.
Someone asked, is it in color? Oh, that's Jay asking.
It's in color. It is in color. It's not black and white. It's...
How many comic books do we have of those? I don't know how many copies we have, but we're just reviewing them right here. Not offering for sale. Sorry. This is about getting you the information you need so you can go to your local comic shop. Call them tonight and be like, get one of those for me. Put it in my pile. Tales of the Shadow Man. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's been a big relaunch of all the titles, the previous Valiant titles over at our friends at Alien Comics. So I don't know 100% what that means. I know that in the old Valiant universe, there was one hard fixed rule, which was once someone dies, they're dead. No one ever comes back in the Valiant universe. So it has real impact. You can be like, okay, this means something if someone dies. So the way they're presenting this is it's all new universe starting. So it feels like with Tales of the Shadow Man, they're staying in the same lane of the characters are Shadow Man's from Deadside, lives in New Orleans. There's a bunch of that kind of feeling, the voodoo and all those kinds of things are in play. So that all stays true to form. Now, how far they're going to work off that means that we have an opportunity for some new, fresh storytelling, and that's cool. On the last page of this, something happens in regard to Jack. So far, no. So that might make you get to read it. So if you have never read anything Valiant and you're like, I don't know what's going on, if you like the kind of dark New Orleans, vampire, Loa, voodoo stuff, you will love this one. You don't need to know anything about this. This is not the superhero part of the universe, although they definitely have some mystical powers and those kinds of things. This one is a really good place to jump on, since they're not trying to make you know anything previously done. So this is really cool. I know any movies about this comic books. Jeremy, type it in again. The Faust?
See, Feature Young, new title from Mad Cave. Very interesting premise. Where the gentleman in the center, he is basically immortal, and the only way that he got to that point is that he had to kill someone in his clan, the Alpha, to get to that point, or to become immortal. And this happened, and it's a cycle. So after every so many years, someone else, they can step up to the plate, try to kill him, and they would take his place. And he hasn't lost. He's very good at what he does. And he has a lot of people. So that's why I wasn't exactly clear on this, if they're his actual children, or if it's just a group of people saying, oh, that's our dad because he's the Alpha. I don't know. But father, right? Yeah, father, yeah. Right. but at this point in the book, he is just exhausted. He's just, I just want to live the rest of my life, whatever I have left, in relative peace. I'm tired of being immortal. I'm just tired of it. But the thing is, if he's no longer immortal, then everyone else, they lose their immortality as well. So they kind of want to make sure he stays alive, but they also want to take over. So it's this whole thing.
Lord, it does sound like a family book.
Yeah, very fun for the whole family. So this was a fun book. I really liked it. Hits the ground running. First 3 issues, you see two characters like, oh, they're really funny, and they do something truly horrific, and you're just like, oh, I want them to die as quickly as possible.
They're not that great, are they?
They're not great at all. Just terrible, terrible people. And the book throws something at you like towards the end where you're just like, oh man, you can't. Oh, hello. You can't like. You want them to die, and you want the alpha to do a certain action, but if he does this, there's going to be consequences to someone who doesn't deserve it, because this is the one innocent party in this entire book. And I know this is a very frustrating review. It's very vague, but this is one. If you like My Cave, just try it out, because I think people will be very surprised by it. And something I really love too, I love the character designs in this book. Everyone has such like a different, unique look, and I loved it.
Just rename it Parenthood.
Yeah, so Mad Cave, if you're watching this, retitle this book to Parenthood.
Now, would you have picked it up if it was called Parenthood? Or does Eat Your Young make you want to pick it up? Come on, let's be real.
Parenthood with like a giant sword. Anything with a giant sword will make me pick it up.
Redacted the review.
Redacted.
So the answer is, someone asked earlier about a specific book. I think what you're asking about is an old Tim Vigil book series that existed in the 90s. And it is so adult that you could not actually make a movie that could be released that is below NC-17. So no, I don't think there's any movies based on that series. Sorry.
Is that the one that was re-released, I think, earlier this year or last year, and it sold out so quickly?
No, that was Tarot, I think.
Tarot.
Yeah, there's a Jeffrey Combs movie called Faust. You would know it. It's real adult. That book's got all kinds of adult situations in it. Parenthood.
Oh gosh. It's a self-Parenthood movie. It's a movie tie-in comic. I lied, y'all, in my review. That's all it is.
We're gonna get in so much trouble. All right. All new Spider-Gwen. When last we saw All New Spider-Gwen, Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider was actually carrying around a symbiote because of things that happened in past series for Spider-Gwen. She had lost her powers, and so that was the only way to give her an ability to do any superheroing of any kind. So that one, I think there must be something that happened between that part of the universe and this number 1, or they're just starting us in the middle of action and just telling us what happened. So she's actually somehow combined with they say very specifically, a cosmic cube. So she's not from our 616. So obviously not part of the cosmic cube that we have, because that was Kobik. And it's in a bunch of little shards somewhere. We don't know where it is. It's been a while since we've seen it all. So this is kind of cool because she's, Cosmic Cube is Infinity Stoneville, so she's got some power, but that's not what this book is about at all, which makes me very happy. It does explain all those things, and that's cool, but it's really about her starting a band, because her old band just doesn't have anymore, because I don't know if you remember this about Spider-Gwen. She's a drummer in a punk something band. She redefines whatever her band is all the time. So she has put out like a notice that she's interested in finding bandmates, and it's really fun who shows up to actually play in the band. It's not enough to make a full band, but the people that show up, one just happens to be like someone who does music in the same building as she does her music. I don't know if there's studios or something where they do music. And then, but the other person is truly funny. There's like someone that just shows up. You're like, you don't know how to do that. But as we all know, people can learn how to do anything from the YouTubes. But there's a big bad that shows up to mess everything up. So really enjoy it. No Black Bolt in this one. That would be, they don't have any, that's the other thing that they're going to have to find in the second issue is they don't have any vocalists yet. So I don't know, Black Bolt would kill it.
I mean, that's the perfect vocalist right there. Like one night only.
Boom, boom. The answer is always boom, boom. Yeah. That would be cool. And I'm sure they can't call themselves the Mary Janes anymore. So I'm interested to see what they're going to call their band. Although really bad things happen in this book. So maybe not going to happen the way we think. So, bum, bum, bum.
That's all. Just so you read the episode I did. All right. So this one was very interesting. It really wasn't. I was a lot of books, but this one, to be honest, it really wasn't on my radar. Not a knock against anybody working on a team or like or the team lineup. It's like, oh, I'll read it, in trade or something. But this one, I think it's gonna catch a lot of people by surprise. I don't want to like overly hype it up.
Superman from last week.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, because the lineup, like, it's fantastic. Like, I adore all these characters, but it was just for some reason I'm just like, hey, I'm just so backlogged on books right now. I can't pull another one, even if it's a mini series. But basically with this one, Red Tornado, he's basically like, he watches out for threats on the Watchtower, or in the giant Justice League building that's floating that's floating like in orbit.
Is that the Watchtower? Isn't that the Watchtower?
It's a Watchtower, but I just wasn't sure if
they knew what the Watchtower is. Okay, never mind.
But but like something happens, or he sees something that requires a smaller team that the main league members they can't know about. So Red Tornado, he recruits Power Girl and someone else on this cover. Don't want to spoil who. And he's like, hey, so real fast, I need you guys to do this mission for me. And the league can't know about it. And obviously, like, they tell him, it's like, hey, when you have these like these visions, are not visions, but if you have these like predictive outcomes, like, you can't always like take them like as fact, because there might be something else like that you're not seeing. Like, you're only seeing one part of the puzzle. Are you looking through was it tunnel vision? Like, you don't see the full picture.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if Red Tornado, if he's this worried about it, they're like, okay, let's just go along with what he's saying, just figure out what's going on. And that's the basic premise of it. I don't want to spoil too much about it, because it goes in a way where you're like, oh, wait a second, what's going on here? So that it's a strong enough first issue that makes me want to check out the second issue, the rest of the series, because I believe this is going to be a 6-issue series, which is a perfect amount for the story that's being told. And this is also a pretty good book too, because there are some people on this cover that really hasn't had a book, or hasn't been appeared in a book in a while, except for Power Girl and Cyborg, which will show up and stuff too. But I if you've got an extra $5 this week, or if you're just trying to finish out like your transaction at the counter this tomorrow, I would recommend checking this one out. I think it's fun. It's the mystery of what's going on is a strong enough hook, and I'm hoping that this cover isn't foreshadowing of the ominous Red Tornado in the back. But I really
Poor Lord.
Cyborg.
So, I mean, you know what's so funny? I know I need new glasses really badly, and it's a little bit because on my side, when people make comments, it makes it like the white goes all the way across. My mind truly red. Justice League red. Red alert, black UPS. It was like, is the delivery service thing? I don't know what's going on here. Oh, ops. Never mind.
Very sad booyahs in this room right
Like,
now.
sad for the Brown. Changing their uniform outfit color. What?
See, but the thing, because Mr. Terrific, I think he would have figured some things out, like kind of just like just immediately, so there wouldn't be a story to be actually told.
You can't have Mr. Terrific on most anything because he just ruins it with his awesomeness.
Oh yeah. Oh no, like I think he would have been like, this is weird. I'm just gonna tell Superman and Wonder Woman like what's going on because I don't believe you for 1 second. But no, but yeah, I highly recommend this one. A very pleasant surprise. Have 2 surprises this week. So awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Sag's always cool. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with that.
Mega dope. Okay, so I forgot what in the world this was. I was like, oh, another TMNT series. How quaint. Very nice. Until I looked down and I said, Peter Laird, what? Is this previously printed material? No. This is after how many years has it been since Peter Laird has done Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? It's been a couple decades by my reckoning. Maybe he's done something. But it's been Kevin Eastman for a long time. The Eastman cover is solid. But this is true, back to its roots, black and white, original style Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So if you like that kind of style, those characters, there's some stuff that happens in this one that I was like, wait a minute, does that happen in the main universe regarding some of our favorite characters? One might carry a hockey stick and one might be a reporter. There's stuff that is in play that I'm like, what? Okay. So this is like true nostalgia, but it feels like it also makes sense for maybe what has happened in the past that I might not have known about. Makes sense for these characters. But anyway, I love this cover because we go back to the original, everyone's wearing the same color mask. Take your money. Yeah. And I don't know how many covers there are for this one, but I'm sure they're all terrific. But don't think about it as another just random Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is historical moment. Grab it up.
Yay.
Look at this cover.
I know.
That's Hughes, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. All the covers for this book have just been beautiful. I think Peach Momoko's is my favorite. It's so pretty. But they're all beautiful. But yeah, Black Cat, I really dug this one a lot. This one was like a pretty nostalgic one for me because I kind of got like 2000s Marvels vibes from this comic, and I mean that as a compliment.
They call that Y2K now. The kids call it
the Y2K Marvel comics. So that might scare some of you off. It's like, oh no. But for some, if you grew up reading those books like I did, this is like, oh, I'm really digging this. So Felicia, poor girl, she's kind of going through it. And also as a heads up, you need to be aware of what's going on in Amazing Spider-Man before you read this one. I'm not saying you have to catch up very quickly. I'm sure you can watch like a YouTube video essay that's telling you like what's happening in that book. But just so you guys know if you didn't. Poor Felicia, she's going through it. She has to visit like the night nurse because she gets mollywopped by by someone very big and green and not in the best moods. I might be messing around about who that actually is.
I know that could be quite a few people.
I didn't want people to be like, she said someone's going to be here. I say, hey, just like Jen said, there's a lot of angry green people in Marvel, so it's not that one. But and she is kind of like she's doing some serious self-reflection in this book, and she makes a decision that will cause some things to shift with the street level characters, hero and villain alike. And I liked her voice in this. I liked her voice in this book. I love the art. I just adore Black Cat. So I think I'm a little bit biased because I'm happy that she's getting another solo series again. Mm-hmm. Hopefully this will be a long runner. Hopefully more than 12 issues. Praying and begging.
I feel like all of the girl focused series that Marvel's been doing recently. just have been selling very quickly. Like the Scarlet Witch one, you can get any copies of. They disappeared off the rack. I think this will probably be about the same.
Especially about all the covers too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it's got like, with like G. Willow Wilson writing this too. Like I hope people will pick this up because it's Black Cat. Yeah, I genuinely like she's such a cool character, and McKay's run I absolutely adored, and I always recommend people check that out too. Even like earlier, Felicia like Black Cat stories as well. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this book. I hope people do check it out. There's so many options variant wise or cover wise. I'm kind of hoping that Marvel is genuinely gonna like push and promote this book like they should, because it's such a fun book, and I am excited to see what happens with Felicia in the next issue, because the decision that she makes, it's one I don't know if they'll actually stick around with it or if she'll just be like, nah. We shall see. But fun heist will happen possibly in the rest of the series, and I hope you guys check it out.
So by the way, my Y2K comment is because I watch way too many videos of people going to thrift stores and Goodwills and whatever, picking cool things that they want to resell. And that's what they call everything. They call it Y2K, stuff that's like from Justice. Like, remember that shop that's no longer around, or anything that came out from that era? It's so weird to hear people talk about it in terms of it being antique or collectible. I'm just like, wasn't that just like last year? No, it's been a long time.
And there is a J. Scott Campbell variant. All of its variants as of late, if y'all haven't seen them, they've just been fantastic. I was talking to a friend about this, about our favorite ones this week. This week, the one for New Avengers with Black Widow is absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, it is kind of a trip, like how Jim was saying, like, because I've vented about it. Like, Y2, like 2000s, we're not at that point. It can't be vintage. Don't make me feel old.
Y2J was better.
Break the walls. Sorry. I don't know if that was there you go. Thank you, Jay.
Crazy people. Love you. Okay, we both looked at this one because okay, so what's neat about what Shanice and I get to do is that every month we get to sit down with our representative at Penguin Random House, which is where we get all of our Marvel stuff from. And he tells us a bunch of stuff. And we can't tell you what that stuff is, but we can use our knowledge for good and tell you that Hickman's story here in Imperial seems like kind of like what Gods was, where a lot of people miss that storyline. But that one even is going to be important to something in the future. So this is the stuff moving off into like a more space-focused storyline. But also this is important for the next story arc that's going to happen. So, and that's pretty soon because Imperial's a pretty short series. 4?
Yeah, I think it's, let me check.
It's either 4 or 5. I think it's ending soon and then goes straight into the next storyline, which I don't know about you guys, but I know that I love everything that he's been doing. So my input into this is that that when last we saw them, there was a big kerfuffle in which Wakanda is being blamed for something that happens.
4 years.
Is it 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you've got one more after this. It makes sense because this one kind of feels like it drops the shoes, so you kind of know what's happening behind the scenes. So just like it looks like in the top there, where it looks like everything's a big game, we're pitting the Shi'ar Empire against, because we're attacking their queen, and you got the problem where everyone's accusing Wakanda of something because they're the only people that have vibranium, whatever. There's a bunch of stuff that's going on. There is, in this book, very clear, it tells you exactly what's been going on behind the scenes. What do you think, Shanice?
Yeah, like Jen says, this is the issue where like the shoe drops. And there very much was like when I came down here to start setting up with Jen, it was like So what'd you think about that?
It was
that's like,
immediate.
yeah.
I was like, we didn't even like, hey, how was your lunch or whatever? Nope.
Yeah, just like so that's a pretty because it. See, I don't know how I feel about it. Like I don't feel like super like excited about it, but at the same time, it's like I guess this makes sense, but
it's such an unlikely thing that they present.
But at the same time,
not the actual like what's been going on to that is the shenanigans, but the who is paired with one of the shenaniganizers. I'm like, I don't think these people talk to each other ever again. I mean, literally.
Yeah, because it's once it comes out tomorrow, I'm very curious to venture into certain parts, comic book parts, like on the internet, and see what they say about this. I think some people will be very happy, and others will be like how dare you? It's gonna be have an interesting reaction tomorrow.
It's gonna be polarizing. Oh, don't go into the internet.
Don't do it.
We are on the internet. We are internet.
For my sanity's sake, I did delete Twitter, but still, it's just like I kind of want to reactivate my account just to be like, what y'all think about this? Yeah, the reveal happens of like how Jen said, it's like about who the puppet masters are, and it's like, all right, I need more. Like issue 4 to me, it's gonna be like kind of like the make or break for me with this miniseries, because I have been enjoying it. But man, like
it's futile.
But man, this could kind of like I don't know. Like I am looking forward towards like the other series that's coming out, especially like the Nova book.
Huh?
But I guess at this point it's like anything Cosmic Marvel, I'm happy we're getting it. Awesome.
Ah, snap! What?
Apples and apples.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna do it before I forget. We were talking about Order Up on Friday. Who the famous person is going to be on their show? It's Teenie Howard. It's Teenie Howard. So go onto your YouTube, go and find the Order Up for this week, and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. That easy. Subscribe to the channel or something so you don't. Teenie Howard? What the heck? I give up trying to have cooler people than that.
This one's
It's Big Rig.
I think
All right, Post Malone's full crazy, and I love him because the setup for this whole series. By the way, the books are really thick. This is like double book size. There's 2 whole chapters in there, so it feels like 2 books for you. It's black and white. If you hate black and white, don't buy this book. But you secretly yearn for the era of the 90s. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is for you this week. Venom is for you this week, and so is Big Rig. So if you can handle a bunch of really good, nostalgic black and white, this is for you. And the art is so good in this book. It really does bring out the very best in something that is black and white. So in last issue, demons come, attack the earth. A kind of fallen pastor guy, and a witch, and I don't know, I can't really tell who they're from another kind of religious tide group, right? All end up together running from the demons. But the big pitch is that the thing that they're riding around in there, somebody makes deep, sincere prayers, and this thing, the holy Big Rig, falls from the sky to help them fight the demons. I know, it sounds ridiculous, right? That's dumb. Don't buy this book, except you like awesomeness. you just like take the whole, like, if someone says those words out loud, you're like, what? And then when you read it, you're like, oh, this is cool. I mean, Lucifer in this is a girl with horns and forearms and no clothes. And what else can I do to pitch it? Because it's so awesome. There's lots of blood and guts. And right now they're kind of like, their problem is that there's a bunch of people that actually kind of like snuck into the Big Rig when they took off. And so now they feel really responsible for them, even though that's not their job. His job is to go off and fight demons. And yeah, this is just terrific. I hope they make a movie out of it because I could like nothing more than a giant killer big rig. Let's do it. Sorry to go back. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Journeys, a reprint of Mirage Comics Volume 4. I don't think so. If it is, I don't know. Oh, this book is so cool.
If only we had a turtle fan that we both knew who could
I
get to
know.
that question.
Kyle could tell you. Kyle knows all the things.
So Escape number 1. So Jen has already read this one and she was like, read this one. I'm like, okay. So I'm very glad that she did that because, man, what a intense first issue. I mean, the creative teams like Rick Rimder and Daniel Acuna just both knocked it out of the park. But honestly, like the artwork is truly the star of this issue. Not to take away from Mr. Rimder, but man, some of those panels, the pages, the layouts, is genuinely such a beautiful book, and you're seeing some of the most horrific things you can possibly see.
Yeah, definitely animals doing people things.
Yeah, truly horrific human people things. It's just, yeah, it's So if you don't know, going by the title Escape, you can kind of figure out that the gentleman, Gentle Dog, on this cover, ends up in enemy territory and he needs to escape. Title drop. And this is just the first issue, and I believe this is, I know it's a mini series. You don't remember how long it's going to be?
I actually don't know. I hope long, because this is a great setup.
Oh man, if it's long, then I would have to run a towel because it's way too, it would be too much for me to read like on a monthly basis. But yeah, this, I mean, that's my hair. Sorry guys, but Full Metal Collar.
That was 5. You're probably right, Barb.
Which is the perfect amount for this book. So this takes place during World War II.
I think it has to be.
Yeah.
World War I would be like biplanes.
Yeah, and I guess in this universe where everyone are animals or dogs, they also had some sort of World War II. So keeping that in mind, and like they're on a mission to take out like a big, but there's something that doesn't allow them to fulfill that mission as smoothly as they would hope. And unfortunately, I think this did happen like in real life as well. So it's like
they're part of a bomber group.
Yeah,
if that helps you. They're from those big, gigantic, awesome planes.
And they still had to continue their mission. And something else, something that I really did like appreciate about this book is that you meet most of these characters for like the first time, obviously because it's an issue number 1, but you already you start to really worry about what happens to them. You start to care about these characters just in 2 conversations, and that generally is like such a impressive thing to do. And as the issue goes on, you're just like your heart breaks like every time, like as you turn the page. At least like it was breaking my heart. And it genuinely does feel like by the time like you're done with this issue that you're just feel not this. And again, I'm only speaking for me. I can't speak for Jen or whoever reads this book, but you're just kind of filled with this adrenaline almost, because you're like, oh my god, what's gonna happen next? How do you even get out of the situation? And it's just so much, because you have sympathy for this poor man, like what happens, but also other people who were there like at this bombing. Like I don't want to go into too much details, but it does tie into a conversation that you're reading this issue, the very first one.
War is ugly,
right? And how dangerous it can be, like to kind of dehumanize or make someone else like the monster, because you're not getting the full story, and you're not really and you don't really realize what led people to make certain decisions. It's not black and white, it's just shades of gray. Even in an event as horrible as this, like there is a reason why people made certain decisions. You may not agree with them, and you may argue that you would have done something else, but if you're in that position, you don't know what you would actually do.
Mhm.
And yeah, this one definitely don't miss out on it. Image, they always have bangers, and with this creative team, you're gonna get something good. And
Heat of the moment. That's right.
it's just, man, this was very intense.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you guys check it out.
Pre-apologize.
And yeah.
Oh, sorry. We only totally so many seconds. Absolute Batman. This is Origin of Pain. It's the last 2 issues. You got a good feeling for how powerful he is. You are not ready for what happens in this book. There is a big setup. And I will just tell you, when you get to what you think is the end of the book, there's one more page. So don't freak all the way out. Because I have a feeling the internet's going to freak all the way out. Read the last page. All right. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us. Please use Comic Shop Locator or any other Google service to find your local comic shop and go and support them this week. There is tons of great stuff, obviously, that came out, including, don't forget to pick up your Absolute Superman trade paperback, because the buzz is real, y'all. We'll see you guys next week.
Hold on, don't end the show.
Oh, no, I said it already.
I just got big news.
Oh, more big news than
Next Monday, this coming Monday, Miss Jen will be interviewing the legendary Joe Jusko and Joe Pruitt here on The Experience as part of a special talking shop. Literally just confirmed right now.
Yay! Thank you, Kyle.
Okay, now you can end the show.
Okay, bye, y'all.